electromagnetic spectrum, some part. So next is, see, basically when light ray will be passed through the prism, it can divide the seven colors. So we know that this concept. Now for our convenience purpose, this color spectrum is divided into six basic regions or six basic colors, that is violet color, blue color, red color, green color, yellow color and orange color. These six colors are divided, or these six colors are considered. Now see, so no color or any other component or the other component in the electromagnetic spectrum ends immediately. Now see here, this is one sample of electromagnetic spectrum shown here. Now here only color spectrum is displayed. Now see, this is the range of violet color. So this is violet color. See, this is a violet color. Then this is a blue color or something, green color, yellow color, red color. So all these are shades. Now in this shade, how we can see that? So one color cannot immediately cut. So it can convert from one color to another color. So slightly the shades will be changes. So this is very important part. So no color immediately cut this. So violet color not immediately cut here. Okay, so after violet color, it can consider the blue color. But here, the in between pure violet and pure blue, there are some shades which are consist of some violet color plus some blue color. So this is very important part. So this means that no color will be directly cut from one color to another color. So it is as like 0 1, as like 0 1. So either it will be 0 or it will be 1, as like switch, electric switch. So it is either on or either off. So that will be two conditions, either true or false. But that is not in the case here. Here it can consist of light from 0 to 1. So it may be some another values. It may be some another value. So it may be 0 0.1, 0 0.2, 0 0.3, something like. So such type means it cannot cut one color to another color. It can consist of shades of this color. So this no color ends immediately, but rather each range will be smoothly changed from one color to next color, which is shown here. Now see this violet color and this blue color. So in that color, this is pure violet color, this is pure blue color. Now in between that, there are some shades of violet and blue. Same thing here, this is one, this is another green color, this is one cyan color, then this is a yellow color, this will be orange color, and this will be red color. Now see, it cannot directly cut. It can ranging from one color to another color, and in between pure colors, they have some shades. So the color that human recognize is object which are determined by the nature of the light reflected from the object. Now human eye can visible only these colors. Human eye can only visible only this range, 400 micrometer to 750 micrometer. So this is a range where human can identify. And how this will be? So when our eye rays will be incident on the object, object reflect that, and it can reflect for the something wavelength ray. So suppose it can, suppose we have to see on a tree, so it can reflect the green shade, or so that will be green something green wavelength. Okay, so such type of the execution of such type of human visual system works. Okay, so the body that reflects the light as relatively balanced in all the wavelength appears white to the observer. However, body that favors references in limited range of visible spectrum, which can have some shades of the particular range. So when we have to incident on that object, our eye will be incident on the object. It can reflect the rays, and that ray will be not purely one color ray. So it based on the some shades. Okay. So this will be first part. Now, so for example, consider that suppose green object reflected light with the wavelength primarily this will be. So when we have to see on the page, so each page has different colors. प्रत्येक झाडाचा कलर बघा की सगळ्याचा एकच सारखा कलर आहे का झाडाचा, काही झाडाचा डार्क ग्रे आहे, काही डार्क ग्रीन आहे, काहीचा लाईट ग्रीन आहे, हे प्रत्येक ह्याचा कलर वेगळा आहे. सो इट कॅन हॅव डिफरंट वेवलेंथ. सो ग्रीन कलर हॅज दिस वेवलेंथ. Okay, 500 to 570 nanometers. So these are the wavelength for the green shade. Okay, so range which will be observing most of the energy or the wavelength. Now in some situation light that is void of the color, that called as a chromatic or monochromatic light. So the light, whenever we have incident on the particular object, that object has no this color, so that is void of color, no color. So this type of color is known as chromatic or monochromatic. No colors means either it will be white or either it will be black. So that is no color. This basic 7 color, apart from this basic 7 color, there are 2 white color, that colors that will be known as a chromatic or monochromatic colors. So that means either it will be black color or either it will be white color. So the light that is void of the color is called as a chromatic, or it is called as a monochromatic light. Okay, so the only attribute of such light is intensity, or it has some amount of intensity value. So that particular has no any wavelength or no any color, so it can have intensity value. Intensity means when we have to incident on this, or for example, suppose you have to incident some ray on that object. If all of rays will be all this ray will be that particular observe that object, so it is white color. If it will be reflect, so it will be black color. So it is based on the intensity. So the only attribute of such monochromatic light has the intensity value. So it has only intensity value, it has some amount. Okay, so the term gray level, so generally this achromatic or monochromatic light can be recognized as a gray level, and this gray level will be ranging from the black to gray, and finally it will be white. So in RGB color coding combination, we have to see the particular range of this. So it will be starts from 0 and it will be goes to 255. Okay, so this is the range of the color, or this is the intensity range or intensity value of the color. So in gray color, it can convert, or it can ranging from black, middle is gray, and last is white. So it can convert from black to gray and gray to white. So that will be a range of the color. So chromatic light spans the electromagnetic spectrum having range 0.43 to 0.79 micrometer. Okay, or we can say that 430 to 790 nanometer. Okay, so that will be a range of the color visible spectrum. So we already discussed this color visible spectrum. Okay, now there will be, when we have to talk about the light, source of the light, that consists of 3 important properties or 3 important concepts related with the light. First is radiance, second is luminance, and third is brightness. These are 3 important parts of the light. Okay, so whenever the particular light will be incident on the object, they have three property: radiance, luminance, and brightness. So radiance is nothing but total amount of energy that will be flow from the source of the light, and it will be measured in a watt. So that means the particular energy source will be, suppose we have to focus on the object using the battery. So battery will be send some rays to the object. So that is nothing but radiance. So radiance is the total amount of energy that will be flow from the light source to the object, and that will be generally known as a watt. So generally आपण बघा बल्ब साठी म्हणतो की 10 वॅटचा बल्ब आहे किंवा 50 वॅटचा आहे किंवा 60 वॅटचा बल्ब आहे. So that is radiance. Okay, so how many energy that particular source will be emitted from its to object. म्हणजे त्या पर्टिक्युलर आपण 10 वॅटचा बल्ब आहे म्हणजे काय, किती एनर्जी इमिट करते, त्या पर्टिक्युलर सोर्स पासून एनर्जी किती इमिट करते, बेस्ड ऑन दॅट विल बी अ रेडियन्स. So the total amount of energy will be flow from the source of the energy to the object or to the particular environment. So that will be called as a radiance, and this will be generally counted or measured in watts. So example is our bulbs or tubes. So how we can identify the capacity? So it will be 10 watt or 16 watt or 18 watt or something that. Okay, so that will be radiance. Next is illuminous. Okay, so illuminous, this is very important. So it is measured in illums, LM. So it is nothing but LM. Wait, its unit is LM. So it is luminous. So it is nothing but luminous, and this gives the measure of amount of energy an observer perceives from the light source. Okay, so amount of energy, that particular amount of energy that will be accepted by the object, or that will be emitted from the light source. So that will be observed, perceived from the light source. So in luminous, generally it is known as a it is a prakash. So आपण जो प्रकाश म्हणतो. Okay, so that will be nothing but illuminous. Okay, so illuminous is nothing but it is measured in unit LM and gives at a measure of amount of the energy that an observer perceives from the light source. For example, light emitted from the source operating in far infrared region. Okay, and the spectrum could have significant energy, that is radiance, but the observer could hardly perceives it. So its illuminance will be almost to zero. Means whenever suppose source and the object that are very long, that means the particular object will be emitted the light, but that light cannot be reached, or that light will be cannot reach up to the object. So in that case the illuminance will be zero. म्हणजे थोडक्यात आपण काय म्हणू की एखादा लांबचा ऑब्जेक्ट, आपण समजा एखादी बॅटरी आपण फोकस केली, समजा अंधारात पण बॅटरी फोकस केली, त्याचा प्रकाश कितीपर्यंत जातो, थोडा जास्त किती लांब जाईल, ती कन्सेप्ट. किंवा आपण एखादा बल्ब लावला तर बल्बचा प्रकाश किती एरियामध्ये पडतो तेवढा, त्याच्यापेक्षा लांबचा एरिया कन्सिडर केला तर त्या ठिकाणी प्रकाश येणार आहे का, नाही. सो त्या ठिकाणी प्रकाश काय असणार आहे, झिरो. सो दॅट विल बी इल्युमिनेस विल बी झिरो. मीन्स द पर्टिक्युलर सोर्स विल बी send some light or some send radiance, and that radiance cannot be reached up to the object. So the distance between the object and distance between source of the light will be long. So in that case the illuminance will be zero. But in opposite case, if the particular object is very near to the source of the object, the illuminance will be high. म्हणजे आपण जनरली बघा की जर बल्ब लांब ठेवला तर त्याचा प्रकाश लांबपर्यंत जात नाही. म्हणजे लांबचा ऑब्जेक्ट आपल्याला घ्यायचा म्हणलं तर तिथे प्रकाश पोहोचत नाहीये, आपण त्याला म्हणतो प्रकाश पोहोचत नाही, दिसत नाही आपल्याला. सो दॅट मीन्स इल्युमिनेशन विल बी झिरो. बट इन अपोजिट केस, समजा आपण बल्बच्या जवळ उभा राहिलो, तो प्रकाश आपल्याला तीव्रतेने जाणवतो. सो दॅट मीन्स इल्युमिनेशन विल बी हाय. सो दॅट विल बी concept of illuminance. Now brightness. So brightness is another one concept which is a subjective, and it will be depends on human to human. It is subjective nature. So brightness will be a subjective, and that's why it has no any specific unit. Okay, म्हणजे ब्राईटनेस ही एक सब्जेक्टिव्ह आहे. म्हणजे मला एखादा ब्राईटनेस वाटतोय, म्हणजे त्या पर्टिक्युलर रूम मध्ये मला ब्राईटनेस वाटतोय, दुसऱ्याला तेवढा वाटत नसेल, तिसऱ्याला त्यापेक्षा जास्त लागत असेल. सो दॅट विल बी बेस्ड ऑन द ह्युमन टू ह्युमन. सो ब्राईटनेस इज अ सब्जेक्टिव्ह. So it is based on human to human, and that's why it has no any specific unit. No any specific unit. So whenever we have to talk about the light, so it has these three important concepts: radiance, luminance, and brightness. So radiance has a W watt, luminous that has LM, that is lumens, and brightness has no any no any unit. Okay, now so we note that. So in electromagnetic spectrum, we discussed this in a previous lectures. So in electromagnetic spectrum, at the short wavelength end of the electromagnetic spectrum, there are gamma rays. So at the one end there are gamma rays which has very short wavelength, whereas at the another end there are radio waves which are higher wavelength. So gamma rays and the X-ray. So after gamma ray, there will be hard X-ray, there is soft X-ray, and then infrared rays. So gamma radiation is important for the medical and some astronomical imaging. So we have to discuss these applications, and for the image radiation in a nuclear environment. Okay, काल मी तुम्हाला सांगितलं की गॅमा रेज मध्ये ते कॅन्सर थेरपी किंवा कॅन्सरच्या ट्रीटमेंटसाठी सुद्धा गॅमा रेज वापरले जातात. ओके, सो दॅट विल बी रेडिएशन न्यूक्लियर एन्व्हायरमेंट. द हाय, that is hard X-ray. That means in X-ray there are some range. Okay, so these X-rays are some has higher energy, whereas some has lower energy. So, or we can talk about the wavelength. If there are some very small wavelength or near about more wavelength. Okay, so this range. So this range will be hard X-ray and low X-ray or short X-ray. So these are the some application of hard X-ray will be used in industrial application, or it is used in a chest X-ray. So for the chest X-ray, hard X-rays are used, and for the dental X-ray, it is soft X-rays are used. So chest X-ray are in high end, that is shorter wavelength, and soft X-ray are in a dental X-ray, which can have lower energy. So this is some X-ray application. The soft X-ray band transmit into the far ultraviolet region light. Now from soft X-ray there will be another bands of electromagnetic will be started, and that will be ultraviolet rays. So from the soft X-ray it can have the far ultraviolet light region, which turns in a visible, and then which turns in a microwave, then which turns into the radio waves. So in this way electromagnetic spectrum works. Okay, तर हे आपण इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेटिक स्पेक्ट्रमच्या रेंज मध्ये बघितलंय. सो पहिला गॅमा रेजच्या पुढे परत एक्सरे येतो, एक्सरेच्या मध्ये पुढे अल्ट्राव्हायलेट रेज येतात, अल्ट्राव्हायलेटच्या पुढे इन्फ्रारेड येतात, इन्फ्रारेडच्या पुढे विजिबल रेंज येतात, विजिबल रेंजच्या पुढे मायक्रोवेव्ह रेंज येतात, मायक्रोवेव्ह रेंज येतात, रेडिओ वेव्हज येतात. सो दीज आर द ऑल द सिक्वेन्स ऑफ द वेव्स. And from gamma ray to radio wave, the wavelength will be increases and energy will be decreases. वेवलेंथ काय होतं ते त्याची इन्क्रीज होत जाते. म्हणजे जर गॅमा रेज कन्सिडर केलं तर इट हॅज वेवलेंथ 10⁻³ whereas in consider the radio wave, it has wavelength 10⁻⁹. Okay, so the wavelength will be increases, but as wavelength increases its energy will be decreases. So these are the electromagnetic spectrum. Okay, now moving to the higher in wavelength, we encounter the infrared band, which radiates heat, and in fact it can useful for the imaging application for the heat sensors. So that is also one of the application. जे heat sensor साठी सुद्धा infrared rays चा वापर आहे. जे आपण जसं आता मी सांगितल्याप्रमाणे it can from the gamma rays to radio wave, it increase the wavelength. As increases wavelength, it can have different properties. So as moving still higher in wavelength, we encounter the high infrared band. जे जसं जसं आपण मूव्ह करेल गॅमा रेज पासून एक्सरे ला येणार, एक्सरे पासून मूव्ह होऊन पुढे आपण अल्ट्राव्हायलेट रे ला येणार, अल्ट्राव्हायलेट पासून पुढे गेलं की आपल्याला इन्फ्रारेड रेज येतात किंवा इन्फ्रारेड बँड येतो, आणि इन्फ्रारेड बँड आला की सो तिथून पुढे विजिबल. सो इन दिस वे, so as wavelength increases, see which radiates it. So in infrared rays, it can radiate heat, or any band it radiate heat, and this radiation of heat will be detected by some sensors. So heat signature is used. The part of the infrared band close to the visible spectrum is called as near infrared range or region. See, the visible spectrum and infrared spectrum, which are very close to each other. So from infrared band it can move to the visible spectrum, and the band which is near to infrared band, or the frequency or the wavelength which is near to infrared frequency of the visible spectrum is called as near infrared range. Okay, so the opposite end it is a far infrared end. म्हणजे समजा इथे infrared range आपण स्टार्ट होत असेल आणि इथून विजिबल रेंज स्टार्ट होत असेल, इथं हा रिजन आहे. सो दिस आर द इन्फ्रारेड रिजन, अँड फॉर एक्झाम्पल दिस आर द विजिबल रेंज. So this will be visible. This is infrared range. Now, if this location, which is near to this infrared range location, so it is called as a near infrared range. And this location, which is apart, or it is a has long distance, so it is known as a far infrared regions. Okay, so this latter region blinds into microwave. Now after infrared visible, there will be another region, and that is a microwave region. So same concept, it is a near to visible range, or it is a far into the far into the range. So the latter region, which is nothing but microwave. Generally, these microwaves are used in microwave oven. आता मायक्रोवेव्ह हे कशासाठी वापरलं जातं ह्याचं पण ऍप्लिकेशन बघितले. सो आपल्याला सगळ्यांना माहित आहे किचनमध्ये मायक्रोवेव्ह ओव्हन्स असतात, त्याच्यामध्ये ह्या सिस्टीमचा मायक्रोवेव्हचा यूज केला जातो. सो अनदर फ्रॉम दॅट मायक्रोवेव्ह देर विल बी नेक्स्ट band is a radio or radar. So that is radio waves, and these radio waves are used for the radar, or it is also used for the television and radios. Okay, so these are the different information related to the electromagnetic spectrum. In higher energy, radio signals are emitting from the certain bodies, and that will be useful for the astronomical observations. Okay, in principle, if the sensor can be used to develop, which is capable to detecting the any energy radiated by the different bands of electromagnetic spectrum, this there will be one of the important concepts. So when we have to develop some signals or some sensors which can use to detect the energies which are radiated from the different sources. Okay, so if we can develop some sensors which can detect the energy which are released by these bands, then it will be one of the new information or new study related topics. Okay, so it is important to note that the wavelength of the electromagnetic waves required to see an object must be the same size or smaller than the object. Now when we want to see the object, so the wavelength will be important. Okay, so for example, water molecule has a diameter which is equal to 10 raised to minus 10. Now see the diameter of this water molecule is 10 raised to minus 10 meter. So which region will use? So here we cannot use the visual band. आपल्याला समजा 10 चा minus 10 घात हा एवढा छोटा मॉलिक्यूल किंवा एवढा छोटा ऑब्जेक्ट बघायचा असेल तर आपल्याला विजिबल बँड उपयोग आहे का? कारण विजिबल बँड किती आहे बघा, 10 raised to minus 6 आहे, 10 raised to minus 6 आहे. आणि इथं आपल्याला दिलेलं किती आहे? 10 raised to minus 10. So we cannot see this molecule by the bare eyes. Okay, so we require lower wavelength. So we require something ultraviolet rays or something other rays, so which can useful for this purpose. ओके, गॅमा रेज किंवा त्याच्यापेक्षा छोटी आपल्याला इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेटिक मायक्रोस्कोपिक टेक्निक वापरून ते छोटे, म्हणजे जेवढा ऑब्जेक्ट आहे जेवढा साईज आहे, सो ऑब्जेक्ट मस्ट बी ऑफ द सेम साईज और स्मॉलर दॅन द पर्टिक्युलर ऑब्जेक्ट. म्हणजे आपल्याला एखादी वस्तू बघायची आहे तर ती वस्तू आपल्याला कधी बघता येईल की त्या पर्टिक्युलर ह्याची वेव्हलेंथ ही आपल्या त्या ऑब्जेक्ट पेक्षा लहान असली पाहिजे किंवा सेम साईजची असली पाहिजे. सो दॅट विल बी अ इम्पॉर्टंट पार्ट. Okay. Then the study of molecules. Now when we have to study, we can use the molecular biology or something, zoology or chemistry or physics or material science. So in that field, okay, so we know the molecules, we know we want to study the electrons and some neutrons and some positrons, all these parts. So for that purpose of study, we require the ultraviolet or X-ray rays, because it has very small particles which cannot view by the human eyes, and for that situation you require some ultraviolet rays or some X-rays. So if you can use that type of rays, then you can study that object. Okay, so this is one of the limitation. We can say that this is a limitation. So along with the physical property of the sensors materials, establish the fundamental limit on the capability of imaging sensors such as visible, infrared or other sensors are used today. Now there are lots of sensors are available in the market. Okay, so using that sensors you can sense the object, you can detect the object, and you can study on that. Although, so image is a based on the some energy radiation by the electromagnetic waves. This is not the only method for image generation. आता इमेज जनरेशनची फक्त एकच मेथड आहे इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेटिक स्पेक्ट्रम. सो वी हॅव टू स्टडी डिफरंट ऍप्लिकेशन्स. आपण वेगवेगळे ऍप्लिकेशन मागच्या ह्याच्यात बघितले. सो इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेटिक स्पेक्ट्रमचा हा एक भाग झाला. अनदर वे वी कॅन यूज द साऊंड वेव्स. अनदर वे वी कॅन यूज द सम sound signals or some light signals or electrons which can use for that image generation. So there is only not a single way. So this electromagnetic waves or electromagnetic spectrum is a not only single way to generate the image. There are other lots of techniques and we already studied these techniques. हे आपण ऑलरेडी बघितले की त्याचे ऍप्लिकेशन्स काय आहेत किंवा कशा पद्धतीने आहेत. Okay, so for example, sound reflects from the object is one of the another way. So ultrasonic sounds. So that technique we have to study in a previous or in first chapter. म्हणजे पहिल्या चॅप्टर मध्ये हे ऍप्लिकेशन बघितले, अल्ट्रासोनिक साऊंडचं ऍप्लिकेशन बघितले किंवा आपण त्याला एक्झाम्पल म्हणायचं तर सोनोग्राफीचं जे एक्झाम्पल आहे दॅट इज अल्ट्रासोनिक साऊंड्स. Okay, so that ultrasonic sounds. So here there is no electromagnetic spectrum are used. There sound waves are used. So these sound waves are used to detect the sounds. That sound wave will be passed and it will be generate the image. So this is one of the another way. Okay, or another way electronic microscope. दूसरा example घ्यायचं म्हणलं तर electronic microscope. So electronic microscope, there are different electronic microscope are used which can pass the electrons and then it can enlarge the image or it can generate the image. So this is one of the another application of the another way of generation of the image. So this is also one of the example. म्हणजे आपण इमेज जनरेशनला फक्त इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेटिक स्पेक्ट्रमच वापरत नाही तर त्याच्या व्यतिरिक्त आपण दुसरे टेक्निक वापरू शकतो. सो दॅट इज साऊंड वेव्स वापरू शकतो किंवा इलेक्ट्रॉनिक बीम्स सुद्धा वापरू शकतो. सो दीज आर दी सम ऑफ द एक्झाम्पल फॉर द इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेटिक स्पेक्ट्रम. सो हियर these are the इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेटिक स्टडी ऑफ द लाईट अँड इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेटिक स्पेक्ट्रम. म्हणजे तुम्हाला एक मागच्या ह्याच्यातच विचारलं एक्सप्लेन लाईट इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेटिक स्पेक्ट्रम. सो इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेटिक स्पेक्ट्रम विचारलं तर तुम्ही हे डिस्कस करू शकता. सो व्हॉट आर द इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेटिक स्पेक्ट्रम. इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेटिक स्पेक्ट्रम मध्ये जे बँड्स आहेत ते बँड्स आणि प्रत्येक बँड कशासाठी वापरला यू कॅन एक्सप्लेन ऑल दीज पार्ट्स. सो दिस इज अवर इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेटिक स्पेक्ट्रम. Now next part, image sampling and quantizations. So this is very important because how image will be generated, so that is based on the image sampling and quantizations. So this concept is useful to understand how image will be generated. Image कशी जनरेट होते, इमेजचे जे रिझोल्युशन आहे ते कशा पद्धतीने होतात. So that is based on the image sampling and quantization. Okay, so this concept is very important, which is we have to discuss one of the important some concept and detail we have to explain in next lecture. Okay, so light, which is known as, we already discussed light which is void of the color is known as a chromatic or monochromatic light. So monochromatic light, so generally we can say that grayscale light. So it has only attribute which has a intensity. Okay, intensity किंवा amount असते, color code नसतो तिथे किंवा color नसतात. So it has only intensity. The term gray level energy or gray level which is describe the monochromatic intensity because it range from the black to gray and finally white. आपण मागच्या ह्याच्यातच आपण बघितले. So chromatic light. Now see monochromatic and chromatic light. Now chromatic light has different colors. Now chromatic light and monochromatic. Monochromatic light has only two colors. One is black and another one is white, and it has many shades. So black to white, different shades. So that will be monochromatic light. But when we have to talk about the chromatic light, so chromatic light is nothing but our visual band. So visual band has 7 colors. So it will be starts from violet color and with the red. So violet, green, blue, cyan, then it will be yellow, okay, red, orange. So these all colors. So these are the chromatic lights. So these are the chromatic lights, and that's why the frequency or the wavelength of this will be 0.43 to 0.79 micrometer. So we already knows this range. Okay, already आपल्याला ह्याची रेंज माहित आहे. जे visible band आहे, so visible band that is nothing but chromatic light. Whereas no monochromatic. Chromatic म्हणजे the chromatic light which consists of colors. And monochromatic or achromatic, that doesn't consist the color. So it has either black or white. So it's range from black, gray to white. So this is two important concepts. हे लक्षात घ्या. So monochromatic light म्हणजेच काय आणि chromatic light म्हणजेच काय. So monochromatic light that has no color. Okay, so void of the color, that is nothing, no color. No color means that it is either white or either black. Okay, either white or either black. And second one is chromatic light that has colors. So that are basic 7 colors, and that is visible band. So this is a then simple image formation model. Okay, now whenever we talk about the image formation model, so image formation, so how we can know that image? So what is the image? So we already discussed that image is a nothing but it will be a two-dimensional representation, 2D representation of real world 3D object. So we already discussed this concept. आपल्याला हे माहितच आहे की इमेज म्हणजे काय, तर 2 डायमेन्शनल ऑब्जेक्ट आहे किंवा 2 डायमेन्शनल म्हणजे जे ओरिजिनल ऑब्जेक्ट 3 डायमेन्शन ऑब्जेक्ट आहे, ओरिजिनल 3 डायमेन्शन सीन आहे, त्याचं कन्वर्शन 2 डायमेन्शन मध्ये होतं whenever we have to convert that image. So the existence of light source that is illuminating the scenes is required for such an image to be produced. Now how this image, आता आपण जनरली इमेज कशी जनरेट किंवा आपण कॅमेरा कसा करतो, तर आपण काय करतो, कॅमेरा फोकस करतो, फोकस केल्यानंतर आपण क्लिक करतो, क्लिक केली की लाईट रिफ्लेक्ट होते, की त्या लेन्स मधून लाईट पास होते, लाईट पास झाली की त्या पर्टिक्युलर ऑब्जेक्टला रिफ्लेक्ट होते किंवा त्याला थडकते आणि परत रिटर्न बॅक होते. रिटर्न बॅक झाले की कॅमेराचा जो ऑब्जेक्ट आहे, कॅमेराची जी लेन्स आहे ती डिटेक्ट करते आणि डिटेक्ट केल्यानंतर ती इमेज जनरेट होते. ओके, सो दिस विल बी, नाउ इन दिस केस द लाईट सोर्स विल बी इल्युमिनेट. Light source is nothing but our camera. So camera can flash the something rays, that rays will be travels to medium, it will be collides with the object, it will be interact with the object, and some rays are observed, some rays are reflected. म्हणजे हा समजा आपला कॅमेरा असेल. Okay, so this will be our camera and this is our object. So it can, when we have to click this, so it can send some rays to here. Now when you can send these rays, so these rays will be collide with this object and this object observe something and it will be observe केल्यानंतर some observe will be something and it will return something. Okay, some rays are observed and some rays are returned, and this return ray will be captured by the camera's lens and the image will be formed. So this is working. So illumination, so that is nothing but it can send the source of the light, okay, to the object. The value of amplitude of f at a spatial coordinate is a positive scalar quantity whose physical meaning is determined by the source of the light. Now what is the f? आपण इक्वेशन बघितलंय, f of xy, image is nothing but f of xy. So xy is the coordinates, whereas f is nothing but value, intensity value. So this intensity value is always positive quantity, always positive quantity. Okay, आपण इमेज ची कन्वर्ट केलं, सो इमेज विल बी, किंवा आपण ग्रे स्केल आपण इमेज कन्सिडर केली, तर ग्रे स्केल इमेज कन्सिडर केली तर व्हॉट इज द रेंज? सो इट विल बी स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम 0 to 255. सो इट इज स्केलर क्वांटिटी, इट इज फिक्स्ड क्वांटिटी. Okay, and it is positive value. So this f is a positive value, and how it will be depend? So it will be depends on the value or amplitude will be depends upon the your source of the light. Okay, source of the image. Okay, source of the image, based on that the light will be the particular scale will be created. म्हणजे एखाद्या ऑब्जेक्टचे त्या म्हणजे आता जसं सांगितलं की इथं गेला हा रे इथं सोर्स झाला आणि इथून लाईट इमिट झाली, बॅकला आली. बॅकला आल्यानंतर सगळीच व्हॅल्यू माघारी येईल का? नाही. त्या कलर कॉम्बिनेशन नुसार किंवा त्या कलर कोड नुसार त्या पर्टिक्युलर व्हॅल्यूची पर्टिक्युलर वेवलेंथ बॅक येते आणि त्या बॅक आलेल्या वेवलेंथ नुसार त्या कलर कोडचं कॉम्बिनेशन किंवा कलर कोड वेगवेगळे असते. ही काही समजा प्युअरली तो इथं जर प्युअरली 0 असेल, म्हणजे जर तुमची इमेज 0 दाखवत असेल, ह्याचा अर्थ काय की जी इंटेन्सिटी तुम्ही सेंड केलेली आहे तीच इंटेन्सिटी रिटर्न आलेली आहे, म्हणजे तिथं कुठल्याही पद्धतीचा ऑब्झर्व झालेला नाही वे. ओके. समजा इथं समजा काही 0च्या ऐवजी इथं 100 आला, म्हणजे काही व्हॅल्यू इथं ऑब्झर्व झाली आणि काही व्हॅल्यू तुम्हाला रिटर्न झाली. सो बेस्ड ऑन दॅट द ग्रे स्केल विल बी जनरेटेड. So most of the image which are interested in this book are monochromatic images. Now in this paper we can discuss about, or we can use different types of application, and that will be based on this grayscale image. So when an image is generated from the physical process, its value are proportional to energy radiation. So image will be generated which is based on the electromagnetic waves. So how illumination will be inserted, based on that image will be generated. So this is important. Okay.